Hey everybody, welcome back. Thank you for stopping by. And we're back. Another story to cover. And this is one I haven't covered yet. They have a press conference in about 15 minutes dropping with this 11-year-old girl from Texas, Audrii Cunningham. Got a brain fart. 11 years old. There's been like a lot of drama, kind of, back and forth. I wanted to cover some of the tidbits that we can go over, some interviews and stuff like that before the press conference starts, so we can get a little bit of an idea of what's going on. And it says here, mother of 11-year-old girl who went missing after being dropped off at Texas bus stop says she is broken and mad as cops find her backpack near a lake and arrest of person of interest. And there's been a whole, and maybe you guys in the chat, when we get to that point, you guys can kind of tell me about the mess, some of the mess that's going on. But there's been a whole bunch of stuff. All right. The mother of an 11-year-old, which I'm going to play a video of her talking, from Texas, whose daughter went missing on the way to school, is pleading for her safe return. And there's been a lot of, I saw conflicting stuff going back and forth, especially, I guess, on social media. It says Audrii vanished early on Thursday morning in Livingston, northeast of Houston, after being dropped off at the bus stop by her father. Now, there were people saying that this guy, Don Stephen McDougal, who has been arrested on unrelated charges, but sometimes I think they do that to hold somebody in. They get you for something else just to keep you if they don't have enough. But I don't know yet. He's just been named a person of interest. This guy, Stephen McDougal, who had previously babysat Audrii, was named as a person of interest and was arrested. There was some conflicts, too, saying that it was that guy that dropped off the little girl that morning. This article says that the girl was dropped off by her father that morning. A lot of back and forth. Let me just show you this interesting post as well. Audrii Cunningham's father partying with Don McDougal at a festival last year. And so I'm not sure who the father is because I haven't seen a picture. This looks like McDougal here, right? With that little special tattoo that he has there. I don't know. I would assume maybe it's this guy here next to him. The father. This is the guy that used to babysit the girl. So she has not been seen since leaving her parents and are desperate for news of her whereabouts. Don Stephen McDougal, who had previously babysat her, has been named a person of interest, and he was arrested. Her mother, Cassie Matthews, told KPRC, "There's not one feeling you feel. It's a roller coaster. You are broken. You are mad. You are empty. And right now, I'm empty." Let me play this little clip here.
It seems like every inn that we search, it just ends with empty hands so far. And I want my baby returned.
New at 10, the mother of missing 11-year-old Audrii Cunningham speaking out for the first time tonight, praying for the safe return of her daughter.
It's been 40 hours since anyone has seen 11-year-old Audrii Cunningham.
She is at the center of an Amber Alert out of Polk County after never boarding her school bus yesterday morning. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Keith Garvin.
And I'm Candace Burns. Daniela Guzman is off tonight. KPRC2's Bryce Newberry has been with investigators at Lake Livingston this evening as they're zeroing in on persons of interest in her disappearance. Bryce?
The search for Audrii Cunningham is on pause for the night. Investigators spent...
That's what I heard too. Katsy says, I heard he was a dad's roommate. I heard that too. I had also heard, and so I need somebody to confirm this for me. I wasn't going to do this until later today, but I heard there was a press conference. I wanted to sit down and look through more stuff, but it is what it is. Take the opportunity and jump on now while the press conference is about to happen. And I heard that the guy supposedly had some sex charges too. I don't know if BL or any other mod or somebody can look into that. Supposedly an offender or something. I'll when I come up on it, I'll take a look for it and see the supposed babysitter. I'm not sure why. I mean, I guess that's a family friend. I've been leaving no guy to adult male like that to watch my daughter. But let me keep it going.
Several hours at Lake Livingston today, following leads as we learned a specialized FBI team is now involved. And tonight, for the first time, Audrii's mother talked to our cameras, sharing an emotional plea to bring her daughter home.
There's not words for it. There's not one feeling you feel.
Oh no. So you gave me the link. Thank you, BL. Perfect. DC says yes, sex charges with children is what I heard, allegedly. Okay. We're going to check out Grizzly's Hood News too, probably at the end of the press conference, because she's been out there in person and giving updates as well. I would say be cautious with this story. Take things with a grain of salt unless you can verify it, because I heard there's a lot of rumors, and as typically happens with these stories, I guess.
It's a roller coaster.
The roller coaster of emotion started Thursday night for Cassie Matthews. Her 11-year-old daughter, Audrii Cunningham, didn't return home after school, never even made it on the bus that morning.
This is the stuff that you see on TV, and you wonder, you can only imagine what the family and the parents are going through.
Last seen near her home around 7 a.m. Thursday. Investigators say family reported her missing around 5:30 p.m. Livingston ISD tells us they let Cunningham's family know she wasn't in class. Friday, the search brought investigators to Lake Livingston, where they used boats, drones, and dogs.
This is a location of interest. We are bringing in divers as well. Again, this is all an effort to uncover additional leads.
The Texas Rangers, along with Polk and San Jacinto County Sheriff's offices, now getting help from the FBI, including a specialized child abduction rapid deployment team. Those teams, according to the FBI, have a proven track record in crimes against children investigations, especially cases where a child has been abducted by someone other than a family member. Is it the belief that she was abducted?
I know that term implies that. We're not drawing any conclusions right now.
Investigators say they have persons of interest, but are keeping many details private.
I feel like I can't do anything because I know nothing.
The person hasn't even started yet. We're waiting for it to start. Let me see here. We're just doing a little recapping. I'm new to the story. I think a lot of people are too.
The family, desperate to find Audrii, who's known to love animals and make others laugh.
She has so many opportunities ahead of her, and she deserves every right to be able to reach those opportunities.
Until she's back home, safe, Matthews won't give up.
Right now, I'm empty. And I'm not gonna be the same unless my baby is returned to me.
Investigators tell us they have other locations of interest as well, but we don't know where those are. We know that they do plan to be back here at Lake Livingston tomorrow morning, and any tips should be called in to the Polk County Sheriff's Office. In Cold Spring, I'm Bryce Newberry, KPRC 2 News.
Okay. So, kind of a mess. A lot of people are suspecting, I guess, the babysitter, the one that's been arrested as a person of interest. There's been a lot of rumors around it. Again, he's arrested on an unrelated charge. These are pictures of the guy. I mean, I don't know. Weirdo looking dude with the special tattoos. You know, this is the person you have babysitting your kid, I guess. So he's been arrested on unrelated charges. This is some more pictures of Audrii. This is in Texas, Houston, Texas, a place called Livingston. Not Houston, Texas. Livingston, it's northeast of Houston. Okay, I want to confuse that. So she disappeared near her home around 7 a.m. on Thursday morning, and she was supposed to board the school bus, but she never made it to class. The Polk County Sheriff's Office reports an Amber Alert was issued later that afternoon. A suspect, and the backpack was found near the dam of the Lake Livingston. A suspect, 42-year-old McDougal, was arrested on an unrelated charge of aggravated assault, but he is also a person of interest in Audrii's disappearance, and he has recently acted as a babysitter for the child, which is just wild to me, but I guess that's a family friend maybe or something. Friends with the dad, I guess. I also want to mention something about the neighbor. This is a video clip of a neighbor talking about the situation. I want to say that we are hopeful that Audrii will be home alive and that what we are absolutely working for right now. Based on the evidence that we've got, we understand foul play is a factor. Police are now looking for McDougal's 2003 dark blue Chevrolet Suburban. I wonder if they found that. Maybe a link to the youngster's disappearance. School officials have said Audrii was not picked up by the bus and did not attend on Thursday.
All right, my name is Chris Booth. Spell it for us, please.
And this is the father of Audrii. If we have time, I'll get to the neighbor too. If not, I'll do the neighbor after the press conference.
All right, my name is Chris Booth. Spell it for us, please. CHRISBOOTHE. I'm here to speak for the family, the grandmother and father and everybody. Right now, we respect that y'all. We want Audrii home. We respect that everybody gives them some time. And I don't deal with this. This is a tragic incident. I realize that everybody's talking a bunch of stuff on Facebook and stuff like that. I'm going to ask if you don't know anything, don't say anything. All you're doing is hurting the family. That makes no sense. You don't know what they're going through. You don't know the circumstances. I do know Audrii is loved. I know Audrii is cared for. And I know Audrii loved her grandmother, her father, her brother, and family. I'm asking everybody to stop.
By the way, there's no sound right now, and I believe this is the lady that's probably doing some type of audio check. It said not the dad. It says it says family. I'm sorry. It says family of Audrii speaks following prayer service. I thought it said father. It says family. My bad. I'm wrong on that.
BS. I'm sorry for the language, the BS on Facebook, and all the garbage stuff on Facebook. You don't know the circumstances, leave it alone.
So I haven't even looked at Facebook yet, but I heard things are a mess online and on the ground. I heard it's a mess. I know Grizzly's out there. There's some other YouTuber out there. They apparently had some type of. Well, Grizzly had said something about the YouTuber. I don't know if it's true or not, claiming that that person had said that they found the girl, but she actually wasn't found, and that she got all these calls at like 3 a.m. or something, was woken up, and a whole bunch of hoopla. So I haven't even had the time to even look and see what's going on Facebook, but I could only imagine. I'm sure maybe later today I'll take a look and see what's going on.
Audrii was well loved and everything like that. Audrii was well taken care of. Audrii is missed. We want her home. This right here is for Audrii. Please, talk crap on Facebook, please just let it go. The family doesn't need that, and nobody needs it. And so you know what's going on when you hear from the sheriff department. Don't spread rumors. Okay? If you have any questions, any information, please contact the Polk County Sheriff Department, the tip lines, everything like that. We want Audrii home. That's all I've got. Not answer questions, anything like that. So if y'all need it, if y'all got any tips, anybody's got any tips or anything like that, please contact Polk County Sheriff Department, Livingston PD. Well, contact any law enforcement and give them the tips. That's all I got. I'm not going to answer any questions. I'm sorry. Just comments from the family and everything like that. I appreciate y'all being respectful and not trying to go in there and pop out the family or anything like that.
Okay. So that was family of Audrii. I thought that was mistaken and read that as father. I wanted to show too, while we wait for the press conference to start, this neighbor. I hope I didn't delete the tab. It was a neighbor. I thought it was interesting. Oh, they're getting ready. Not yet. Okay. Let's see if I can find that. Press conference. Oh, it's this one.
Of a missing 11-year-old girl in Livingston. Authorities announcing they now have a person of interest in custody, but are still hoping to find Audrii Cunningham alive.
Little mess. I didn't get to go through all my tabs and clean things up, but this is the one.
Now to new details about the person of interest in the disappearance of 11-year-old Audrii Cunningham. Tonight, we have new video of the suspect just a day after the child went missing and new information from neighbors about the last time they saw the girl. Fox 26's Abigail Dye is live in Livingston tonight with what she has found. Abigail.
Tom, neighbors say that they saw little Audrii walking to and from school every single day, but they didn't see her Thursday. But her family says that she left around 7 a.m. to walk to the bus stop. So somewhere in that half-a-mile walk is when she disappeared. And we are learning more about this person of interest who has a lengthy criminal history, including crimes against children. This video of Don Stephen McDougal was taken Friday morning off North Washington in Livingston. It appears an officer is questioning him. Authorities took him into custody not long after on
looking crazy.
An old assault charge. McDougal is a person of interest in the disappearance of 11-year-old Audrii Cunningham. She was reported missing the day before this video was taken, Thursday. Officials say family saw her last at 7 a.m. before she left for the bus stop. It's about a half-mile walk from her home. A neighbor, Denise Colajaco, says she's watched her make it daily, but the last...
a lot of kids do that too. You know, walk home and stuff. And I'm really grateful and thankful, like I say most of the time, that like I have this job, that I'm here at home, that I can, you know, pick her up, drop her off directly at school. I don't like have to send her off walking on her own. I think she's too young for that anyway. But I've seen some really young kids when I take her to school walking, and there've been times where I'm like, either I had sometimes I even see the kids. I saw a kid the other day, like I think it was like a week or two ago, walking away from the school. I'm thinking like, where the hell is that kid going? I was like, what the hell? It's that way. But what happened was, to cross the street, the marker was like behind, so they were actually doing the right thing. But at first I thought they were walking away from school. I'm like, yo, does nobody see this kid walking away? But yeah, it's a lot of parents, sometimes I see them, you know, some people don't have a choice, I guess, or they feel comfortable, I guess, I don't know. Or for whatever the situation is, sometimes they have to send their kids walking. And that's a scary thing. Scary thought to do that. I wonder what Livingston is like, too. I don't know if it's like a small knit community. Because like even the neighbors said, like, yeah, I see her walking every day type of thing. But I think she said she didn't see her walking that way. But then the article says that father dropped her off. So did he drop her off? Did he not drop her off? What's the normal schedule? Like, do they drop her off or does she walk normally?
Time was when neighbor Denise It's about a half-mile walk from her home. A neighbor, Denise Colajaco, says she's watched her make it daily, but the last time was Wednesday.
That would have been Valentine's Day. She was walking by. She was giving my dog loving, and I told her Happy Valentine's Day.
She comes down this street, gives your dog some love on the way to the bus stop every day, but on Thursday...
She never went by.
And so is it your assumption that she did not walk to the bus stop? She got driven that day?
Yes, because the dog will alert us whenever she is walking by.
Authorities said...
Thank you. So Bill sent me the information here. So the person of interest, Don Stephen McDougal, he was convicted. Conviction recorded for enticing a minor with intent in 2007. So let's check this out. I mean, I know they haven't charged him with something related, but this is like all the kind of writings on the wall. Seems like it. McDougal, Don Stephen, enticing a child. Confinement to commence 2 years, Texas Department of Criminal Justice Institution. It's possible the parents of if Audrii didn't know, maybe they didn't know. I guess nowadays you got to background check your friends and everything. People you're dating, people you're hanging out with, your friends, everybody. Especially if you're going to let them hang out with your kid or babysit them, allegedly. This guy, if he had anything to do with it, he would have known the schedule and routine of this girl going to school, I guess.
Say they suspect foul play, and this McDougal has a very lengthy criminal history dating back to 2000.
Yeah, what the heck was happening here with
Foul
this picture?
play, and this McDougal has a very lengthy.
What in the hell's going on over here? Wow. This guy's babysitting kids? Just looking at this guy, it wouldn't be like coming near my kid, but wow. DC said he did it 15 years ago, was out for the last couple of years. Wow.
Lengthy criminal history dating back to 2001. Records show he's been convicted of multiple crimes, including 2 counts of enticement of a child back in 2008. Documents say he was sentenced to 2 years in prison for each count. A search on Facebook pulls up this account, which appears to be McDougal's. He's seen in this photo with a swastika tattoo on his shoulder. Officials haven't confirmed his connection to Audrii, but Colajako says she's seen him at the home.
I went by there one day and he was there. It was a hi and bye conversation, so I don't know.
Authorities found Audrii's backpack near Trinity River near the dam and have been searching the area since.
Oh,
we
man.
love you and we want you home, Audrii. I'm sorry.
And that dam thing, too. I don't know how hard of a search it would be there with all that water running like that.
Have been searching the area since.
Wilson says the dad is gone for weeks at a time for work. Are they going to do it here now? Hopefully they actually throw the audio on. There we go.
Good afternoon. My name is Lieutenant Frank Cummings. My name is Department of Public Safety.
I'll make it big.
Today we're here to provide some updates on the search for 11-year-old Audrii Cunningham, who went missing on Thursday of last week. I'm also joined by Polk County Sheriff Byron Lyons and Polk County District Attorney Shelley Sitton. I want to say that investigators are following active leads based on tips and evidence that we have gathered. The videos submitted to investigators by the community have been very helpful. We're looking for and asking the public's help for additional video on FM 3126 that shows the highway. This video would have been on Thursday, February 15th, between 6:30 a.m. and 8 a.m. So again, that's video from FM 3126 on Thursday, February 15th, between 6:30 a.m. and 8 a.m. that shows the highway. I also want to announce the Polk County Crime Stoppers reward has been increased to $10,000 for information leading to the arrest and prosecution of the person responsible for Audrii's disappearance. We are asking the public, based on the evidence that we have been getting right now, to stay away from Scenic Loop FM 3277 unless you have a need to be there. That is a potential point of interest in this investigation. We've had a lot of people driving down there. Please stay away. Let the investigators do what they are doing and our volunteers that they are doing so that we can bring Audrii home. We also want to say that we're thankful for the Polk County District Attorney's Office for their continued legal advice as they provide that to investigators in this continued search for Audrii. The investigators have given McDougal, who was arrested Friday on an unrelated charge, several opportunities to cooperate, and we remain hopeful that he will begin helping in this case. Now, we also want to address some rumors that have been circulating. McDougal is not required to register as a sex offender. We would refer you to the various counties that prosecuted McDougal for inquiries regarding his criminal history. And we also want to say that McDougal resides in a camper behind the residence where Audrii lives with her father, grandparents, and other family. The family does have a relationship with McDougal. And with that, I want to turn it over to Polk County Sheriff Byron Lyons for some remarks for him before we open it up for questions.
Good afternoon. Since Audrii was reported missing, we have been working with investigators and volunteers, doing everything we can to bring Audrii home. Unfortunately, I've had bronchitis and it has impacted my ability to speak. So that is why I want to say first, thank you to the Department of Public Safety and to the FBI for assisting me with the social media and my media briefings. I also want to take a moment to thank all the investigators and the volunteers and members of the community who are working to bring Audrii home. The outpouring of support from the tips and from the videos and the donations of food and water has just been inspiring. As a community, as a county, as a state and a nation, the search for Audrii has brought out some of the most exceptional people that I have come to know. I have been in contact with the family, and they want everybody to know that they thank you and they appreciate all the prayers and how you've kept Audrii and them in your hearts. And they just ask that you continue to pray for them and Audrei's being able to bring her home. And I'd like to say thank you to everyone who has helped in this case. Any some questions? He was supposed to be taking her to the dropping off at the bus stop, and we do feel at this point that he was the last person who seen Audrii. Any some questions?
Now that you're looking for where McDougal's vehicle was the morning that Audrii disappeared, are you able to confirm that he was the last person seen with her vehicle, that he was sent to take her to the bus stop? Can you confirm that?
He was supposed to be taking her to the dropping off at the bus stop.
They said McDougal. McDougal was taking her to the bus stop. That's wild, dude. That's what I heard. I don't know if you guys can tell me. That's what I heard.
And we do feel at this point that he was the last person who seen Audrii.
Did he do that regularly? Did he take her to the bus stop every day? Was that something that he routinely did?
There has been information found that there were some occasions that he did drop her off at the bus stop or even take her to school if she missed the bus.
There's rumors flying about that McDougal has confessed. Would you address that rumor?
McDougal has not confessed. He has been talking with some of the investigators, but at this point in time, he has not confessed.
That scene of interest that you're asking the public to stay away from, can you expand on that? What was found there? What led you there? Why are you asking the public to stay away?
You know, and that's kind of why one of the reasons that we're asking for the videos. We're trying to piece together a timeline of where he's been and the travel that he took, the roadways that he took. So this area is just one that's in particular that we can say that we know that he was in, and so we're making sure that we do extensive search of those areas. But the problem is that when we have a lot, and I know that people are concerned and people want to help, but a lot of time when we bring too many people into an area, it hinders our efforts in being able to try to find and locate evidence.
Do you guys know if that was Audrei's backpack that was found near the dam?
We feel strongly today that backpack that was found is a high probability that it's going to be Audrei's.
There's a lot of water around her home.
Sheriff, this has been called a criminal investigation and that foul play could be suspected. Could you expand on that? What crime is being investigated specifically, and could you expand on the foul play suspect?
Okay, yes, we do feel as though we are investigating a criminal investigation. And at this point in time, as we conduct our investigation, we are not leaving out or adding in any just charges. We are investigating the evidence as if we find any, and then we'll let that be determined, once we get all the evidence put together on what charges, if any, will be filed.
McDougal's 07 charge, 08 conviction for enticing a minor with intent to commit a felony out of Audrii County. The case information publicly accessible over the weekend and on a holiday is very limited on that. Was that felony intended a sex crime?
And be honest with you, I don't know. I can't answer that right now because it's in another county. The only thing that I've been able to find out that it was not something that they were able to require him to register for as a sex offender.
Have law enforcement taken McDougal to the dam or the Trinity River since he's been arrested?
There have been some occasions where, on one occasion where we have taken McDougal, that he agreed to work with us and has taken us to certain locations.
She lives around water. Have you checked the water around her house?
I was hoping to ask about the email that was sent to parents on Friday, letting them know about the disappearance and letting them know and asking them to provide video they were talking about. That email says that it asked parents to look for video starting at 3 a.m. on Thursday. Is there a possibility that Audrii Cunningham could have disappeared sooner, before the 7 a.m., which was the time that she was reported?
No. And see, one of the things in our investigation, when we conduct investigation, we want to make sure that we try to capture a good timeline. So even if we're looking at a projected time, say if it's 7, we still want to go to back up, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, because we want to know exactly what the individual or suspects may have been doing up until that point. Someone asked about water around the house.
Around the house. So has that area been searched? Okay.
That was the first area on the night that she was reported missing. Volunteers came together with law enforcement. That was the first area the subdivision searched.
Yeah, so Sheriff, just to make sure I understand properly, so she didn't go missing before 7 a.m. She didn't go.
No.
She didn't go missing
No.
before 7 a.m.
No, well, I'm gonna take that
6:45.
6:45 is when we felt like she went missing.
Do you believe that Audrii is still alive?
I'm hoping and praying that she's still alive. I am not giving up hope that we'll be able to bring Audrii home. So, yes, I am hoping that she yet is still alive. And we're going to work just as hard to make sure that we do everything that we can to try to bring her home.
Sheriff, is there any other person of interest in this case?
Okay, we got a couple questions at a time. Right here.
Is McDougal being cooperative? Is he speaking with investigators? Is he not talking?
When you say is he being cooperative, I think that Mr. McDougal, he is what he's doing on occasions. He will, and I use that word cooperate lightly, but he is somewhat, working and talking with the investigators. But we are very cautious on the information that he's giving.
Are you guys able to count on
Do you have any other persons
GPS?
of interest in this case?
I will say this, that there are, at this point, Mr. McDougal is our main person of interest, but we are not ruling out anyone else who may be or involved or may not be involved. We are not just honing in on just this one individual. We're making sure that we're covering all stones.
And do you anticipate charges being filed in connection to this case anytime soon?
I anticipate that if the evidence presents itself that proves that Mr. McDougal has committed an offense or crime, that charges will be filed in him in Polk County. So in speaking with the Rangers, we're just asking them, hey, take us to where, in any places that you think or where you may have been. And so he has done that on one occasion.
I think you hinted at the answer to this, but we've had a lot of community members approaching us saying they want to volunteer to help search. Is there a place for them in this search, or do you really need them to step back and let you guys do your job?
Okay, and kind of like I addressed in my opening statement, is that I am so grateful for those who have came out and volunteered, raised their hands to want to participate. And yes, the volunteers have been great and have been very valuable to us. But one of the things that we have to do is that we have to limit and we have to make sure that we don't overdo it. Because remember, we are yet still, while we try to bring Audrii home, we are yet still making sure that if there's evidence or if there's anything that we need to capture or anything that we need to be able to retain, we want to make sure that we don't have so many people that we damage or destroy evidence at the time. So the way we are today, we had the volunteers meeting over at Tigerville's Park. And then as we needed them, we would send an officer over to get those folks and then take them into an area to help search.
To follow up on his question regarding the location where McDougal took you and other authorities, could you share that location and
At this time right now, we don't want to share locations that he's taken us to, other than to say that there are multiple places of interest that we have gone to and have made searches, and I'm sure before this day is out, we'll be searching other locations.
Because he did you find some, can you provide more context on why you find some of those places? What is he saying when he takes you there? Just, oh, this is where we drove, or?
And really, when it comes down to it, I wasn't there with those officers, and so I can't answer to exactly what was just said, other than these are just places that he instructed them to go.
Has McDougal made a claim that he dropped her off at the school bus?
No.
Was something recovered, Sheriff, from those locations? Is that where the backpack was found or other items were found?
The only thing at this point in time right now that I can speak to for sure is going to be that backpack.
So do you think he's giving you false leads?
You know, and that's the thing, is that we have to just continue to work all the leads that he's presenting to us. Whether or not they're false or not, it depends upon how it works out and how the investigators are able to put those pieces together.
Are you guys able to count with cell phone records, maybe, like where he could be?
We are working with every tool made available to us, whether it be cell phone, whether it be video, which has been an awesome tool for us. We are using every tool made available to us to try to piece together a window or a picture of where he may have gone.
And I'm sorry, just to clarify, is he acknowledging that she never actually made it to the bus stop?
I'm sorry, repeat that.
Just to clarify, is he acknowledging that she never actually made it to the bus stop?
At this time right now, he has not acknowledged that, whether or not she's made it, whether or not he dropped her off or she made it to the bus stop or not.
Has he admitted to leaving the house with her?
Yes.
Can you clarify that location where you're telling people to stay away from? It's called the scenic route. Is the name of it where it is?
It's off of the scenic loop. It's the, well, let me say this. It's in the scenic loop area there near Tigersville Park. If I say on national television, don't go to this specific location, kind of defeat my purpose. But I am saying that there are officers that's in the area who are instructing people or directing people away from those areas. Please work with those officers if they ask you to turn around or they ask you to go into another location while they would search those areas.
Sheriff, you mentioned that he admits to leaving with Audrii Cunningham, and now we know she's missing. What else do you need to charge him for a crime? Because the child is nowhere to be found.
Well, our thing is, and the district attorney's here, one of the things that we must do is that we must not jump to conclusions. We want to make sure that we take all the evidence that we have collected. Yes, he may have been the last person with her, and yes, she is missing at this time, but we want to make sure that whatever evidence that we collect and that we place on an affidavit today is going to be something that's going to hold up in the court later. It does us no good to prematurely charge him now, and then 3-4 months from now it get tossed out of court because we were moving too fast. So I ask you, please understand, as we work carefully through this, because Audrii deserves this. She deserves us taking our time. She deserves us making sure that we do it right. She deserves to have her voice to be heard. And I want to make for sure that we do that and we do it the right way.
Sheriff, one of the cell phone techniques is called geo-tracking. Are y'all using one of the cell phone techniques is called geo-tracking. Are y'all using geo-tracking?
I will say this. We are using every tool made available to us to be able to work cell phones and videos and video to be able to try to track his movements that morning.
Has any other person of interest come to fruition, and have they been eliminated?
There have been other persons that we have certainly have looked at, and at this point in time, we're not ruling anyone out. You know, at this point, it's an active investigation, and everybody's going to be looked at, everybody's going to be maintained until we can definitely say for sure either you are or you're not a party to this investigation.
What are the details about the aggravated assault charge that he's currently in jail for? Can you expand on that?
The details, what I can go to in on that was, it was an aggravated assault that took place August, I believe, and that in that investigation there were some, during that investigation, there was some circumstances that took place that would not allow us to be able to arrest him at that time, and he would not cooperate, would not basically lawyer it up, would not talk with the investigators. But on, I think Saturday, Friday night, whichever night he was arrested, he did make the statement to that offense, which at that point in time he was arrested for.
What was the offense? What is he accused of doing in that case?
It was aggravated assault. He assaulted another individual.
Male or female?
Male.
We've also heard that he has, obviously a violent criminal history. There's also rumors out there that he has affiliation with the Aryan Brotherhood. Are you able to confirm that?
We have heard those same things, and we've been told that there is an affiliation with the Aryan Brotherhood. Those are some things that we will come back after we're able to get Audrii located, and we will tie those things down to prove whether or not he's affiliated or not.
Are you guys doing an extensive search for any evidence in the house, the RV, the home itself?
Those things have been done. Yes, ma'am.
Time for 2 more questions.
Have you talked with Audrii's dad or family members?
Yes,
Are they cooperating?
very much so.
Can you expand a little bit more on the relationship between Audrii's family and him? I know you mentioned he lives in an RV on their property, but were they friends prior, anything like that?
And for this to be our last question, to answer your question is that basically the way it was explained to us is that he was a friend of the family, a friend of the father, and he was allowed to live there in a trailer behind the house, and he was a friend of the family's, and basically that's why he was there, allowed to live there. I appreciate what everyone has done. I appreciate your helping us get Audrii's story out there. And thank you so much for your diligence in this. And I ask you, as you continue to work with us and allow us to tell Audrii's story, allow us to work this investigation properly and understand when it doesn't go or doesn't appear to go the way that you feel it should, trust us that we're getting it done and we're trying our best to do it the right way. Thank you. I appreciate
Thank
it.
you for your service and your officer service.
Thank you.
All right.
8 a.m.
So this person, McDougal, that has a charge of enticing a minor and some type of assault charge. Well, the enticing a minor, he was already convicted, I guess, and served his time. But he was arrested on an unrelated charge with, I believe, an assault. And so now he's being held in jail. And they've been saying that when they asked about cooperation, kind of, maybe not really. They don't really trust what he's saying. But I even at one point had heard him say that like he had taken them out to certain spots. He didn't confess to the murder. There was a lot of rumors going around saying that he confessed to the murder. I saw that flying around. He hasn't. It, to me, seems like he's playing games. I don't know if he's getting enjoyment out of it, taking him out or giving little things and not leading to anything. When if he really is involved, he would know what happened. And he did take this girl to school sometimes on occasion, Audrii. Let me play that neighbor clip again. Just this part here where she was talking.
Day, she was walking by. She was giving my dog loving, and I told her happy Valentine's Day.
She comes down this street, gives your dog some love on the way to the bus stop every day, but on Thursday,
she never went by.
And so is it your assumption that she did not walk to the bus stop? She got driven that day?
Yes, because the dog will alert us whenever she is walking by.
Authorities say they suspect foul play, and this McDougal has a very lengthy criminal history dating back to 2001. Records show he's been convicted of multiple crimes, including 2 counts of enticement of a child back in 2008. Documents say he was sentenced to 2 years in prison for each count. A search on Facebook pulls up this account, which appears to be McDougal's. He's seen in this photo with a swastika tattoo on his shoulder. Officials haven't confirmed his connection to Audrii, but Colajacco says she's seen him at the home.
I went by there one day and he was there. It was a hi and bye conversation, so I don't know.
Authorities found Audrii's backpack near Trinity River near the dam.
Trinity River. Where is Trinity River? Let's see, Trinity River. Livingston, Texas. Oh. Oh, there's the dam. So let me. So as far as the area where the home is in, this is Livingston, Texas. I'll get the super chats and the memberships in a minute. I really thank you guys so much for that. The Thursday near the home in the 100 block of Lakeside Drive in the Livingston area. So I believe Lakeside Drive. I guess the home's like here on this block somewhere. Lakeside Drive. Now the Trinity River. This is one of the places that we're searching. It's down here, Trinity River, and the dam. I think is right here, Lake Livingston Dam. And there is so much open water here too. I mean, this is massive. Lake Livingston. This is Trinity River here too, though it says. I don't know if Trinity River is necessarily down there. Just Trinity River right here. Maybe it just runs along Trinity River. Then you got the Lake Livingston. And then you have the dam right here. And then it continues Trinity River. Oh, it's a really large area. And I want to figure out, because he had mentioned in the beginning the areas they were like, don't go to. But it does look too like it's kind of like a small town just like this type of, like, it seems like maybe somebody from Texas or somebody that knows that area could tell. And at one point too, I thought I heard him say Tigerville Park. There's a Tigerville Park, I-59, US 59. Is that close by? Hmm. 3126. $350. I don't know what these rules are. I thought I heard him say 3 something, but that I would have to find out what area.
State and a nation, the search for Audrii has brought out some of the most. Was supposed to be taking her to the dropping off at the bus stop, and
Now that you're looking for where McDougal's vehicle was the morning that Audrii disappeared, are you able to confirm that he was the last person seen with her vehicle?
So it was the last person to see her.
Was supposed to be taking her to the dropping off at the bus stop. Audrii. He did drop her off at the bus stop, or even take her to school if she missed the bus.
There's rumors flying about.
Or even take her to school. It's really sus, but.
That McDougal has confessed. Would you address that rumor?
The investigators.
To stay away from. Can you expand on that? What was found there? What led you there? Why are you asking the public to stay away?
You know, and that's kind of why one of the reasons that we're asking for the videos. We're trying to piece together a timeline of where he's been and the travel that he took, the roadways that he took. So this area is just one that's in particular that we can say that we know that he was in, and so we're making sure that we do extensive search of those areas. But the problem is that when we have a lot, and I know that people are concerned and people want to help, but a lot of time when we bring too many people into an area, it hinders our efforts in being able to try to find and locate evidence.
Do you guys know if that was?
Scenic Loop FM 327. 3277. I thought I saw 3277. Did I see that? 3126. Scenic Loop FM. I wonder if I typed that in. Oh, wait. Scenic Loop. Here we go. Oh, wait, look, I just came across it. Scenic Loop 3277. Okay. And I did hear him mention Tigerville Park. So, and he's asking, I think he said he was asking for video footage. So they're calling on the community. Any kind of videos and stuff. And I believe he said Thursday, right? 3277 Scenic Loop. Mimosa Point. I like the name of that. Tigerville Park. So I mean, it could be anywhere, really. Oof, long way down. This is the house. Lakeside Drive. This is just such a huge, vast area. And it seems like he's just toying with the cops. Let me pull up some of the... Let's see here. And I thought the cop had said during the presser that, like, I thought they were checking too, because those are some of the areas that this guy frequents. I don't know if that's what I heard him say. Oh, look, Grizzly's out. This was when was this?
Kingston Dam.
21 hours ago. Oh, it's the dam.
This is the Trinity River. What we've seen.
Strong current. A lot of. You expected with the dam right there. A lot of fast moving water, looks like.
And observed is that it appears that the water search is wrapping up for right now. We're starting to see everybody load the boats back on to the trucks, getting trailered and stuff, But yeah, water. It appears that the water search is already ending for right now, and I do know that the search is back on tomorrow. Now there's still land search and ATV people searching by land and air, so they're still searching.
So yeah, I just wanted to get like a little visual. She's on Facebook, Grizzly's Hood News. I'll link the page, but it's kind of interesting to see physically what it looks like.
Like that lady. What about this kid? What about that? Y'all ain't doing for this kid. Y'all are doing for that kid. Y'all ain't doing shit. Y'all ain't doing shit. And you're so disconnected from the case, you don't even know that the child's been found. I pity you.
Oh, I think that she's talking about that YouTuber.
This kid, y'all are doing for that kid. They don't even know what the fuck they're talking about.
Let me try to rewind it a little bit to see the context of what she was saying.
Okay, Cheryl. Thank you, Cheryl. She says the 12-year-old girl was found for whoever was asking about it. See, that's how people are, man. They always try to throw little jabs and stuff. They don't even know what the fuck they're talking about themselves, friends. And that is the realest shit I'll say, man. These people like that lady. What about this kid? What about that? Y'all ain't doing for this kid. Y'all are doing for that kid. Y'all ain't doing shit.
Yeah, I don't know what she's talking about there. Could be her, could be not.
Help. Walk out into the woods near their home, or bayous, or parks, where there's trails and stuff, and you look around, you might find somebody's missing person, man. Why don't we get out here and help out enough or more? And that's all. That's all I gotta say, man. Y'all want to see results? What are you doing?
Oh shit.
What are you doing?
All right.
Let's prevent a lot of these runaways that can lead into trafficking. They don't need to take.
All right. So I want to take a look at that. Let me see. Tape is removed from the area. We went to walk through
Browder's Marina number 3.
Browder's Marina.
This is the area where the command post was. It was like we weren't able to see anything for a few days. Just wanted to do a quick video. This is what it looks like. The crime scene tape, the perimeter tape has been cleared. See, they've already removed all the perimeter. They've already cleared this area. Whatever they have as evidence, they have it. And this is in regards to Audrii Cunningham. Search is still underway for Audrii. No word.
All right. That's some of the areas there. Let me see what else is on her page. She streamed the press conference. People keep tagging me about that she's live. She's not live. I'm not sure why people keep saying that. And then somebody else said, while we're watching this is from yesterday, because I'm new to the story and I have to assume that everybody's new to the story. Imagine me trying to figure out 3,000 people, who's new, who's not new, and skipping around. It would be impossible for me to like, it's like a crazy, you know. So I'm just trying to look and see if we can get a visual and stuff like that. And especially that Grizzly's been out there, so it's really interesting to get a little bit of a visual and kind of show how massive kind of a search that they have to do. This is incredible. Let me show you this other clip
Right off of
that here. I am live though. Why don't you go tell the other people? Elkie Bell's live. Come watch me come up.
At the under the bridge of the Trinity River, right off of 59 freeway.
What's this?
Hey, what's up with it, Hood News peeps? It's your girl Grizzly live here with the Hood News. I'm here at the under the bridge of the Trinity River, right off of 59 freeway. Water search continues today. Oh shoot, I just saw some gar skeleton. Oh my goodness. What's up with it, Hood News peeps? Hold on. City. And it's committed so much stuff and stuff, you know, and we gotta look out for our elderly too. So all right, friends, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap.
All right, let's get a little visual out there. I don't know. Obviously, this doesn't sound good to me at all. This story and situation with this 11-year-old girl. Let me see what else. What are you guys saying? What do you guys think in the chat? Yeah, I wonder how big of a team that office has. I mean, that sheriff's office. I'm sure. I guess they're getting. I would assume they're getting outside help. They seem like a small town. So, I almost wondering too. I mean, there was some other weird, messy stuff. I mean, I wasn't gonna. I mean, we saw this already. You know, did I get rid of it? I don't even know this. Audrey's stepmother. This is supposedly the stepmother. I don't know if that's true. I'm gonna be the one to say it. Y'all on the internet bashing the family, going through such a horrible time instead of being there, uplifting them, or being there for them. Not even part of the search. Just on the internet saying anything. But the same people bashing are the ones who've done coke in front of their kids. Oh Lord, let their kids get into. What's that? Exotabs? What's exotabs? Let their kids eat their weed. Oh wait, X-tabs maybe? Let their kids get into their X-tabs. Let their kids eat their weed. Oh my God. I've even seen y'all give y'all kids edibles, talking about a little at a time is healthy for them. What? Where is this? I've seen y'all smoke while pregnant, cigarettes and weed. I've seen y'all drink while pregnant. I've heard all y'all say, fuck them kids. Wow. I've seen y'all put babies in a car with no seat. I've seen y'all give your toddlers beer. My point is nobody better than the next one. That's a pretty low standard to say nobody's perfect. She's basically saying nobody's perfect. But that's a really kind of like, I don't know. It's kind of a very, very extreme. I don't know. Okay. I'm saying y'all give your toddlers beer. My point is nobody's better than the next one. This could have happened to anyone at any moment. Nobody's prepared for something like this to happen. But being on the internet, not knowing these people, and I mean not a single thing, just going off of what another commenter said and running with it is so disrespectful and disgusting. Then coming up with your narrative and twisting everything. Why just not come to Facebook and we all pray about it together? Or help do something instead of sitting behind your phone, coming up with narratives. None of you are perfect. We all went to school together in my eyes. None of you were ready to be parents, but you learned as you went. Stop sitting here saying, I would have done this, I would have done that. You're not perfect. You can't plan for a situation like this. I claim peace and justice over the Cunninghams. I pray Audrii is found and able to come home in one piece. I pray peace over everybody who reads this post. In the name of Jesus, amen. Always in the name of Jesus. In the name of the Lord. Wow. All right. So listen, I haven't even looked in the Facebook groups. That was just a screenshot I saw Lily post, and I'm like, oh Lord. Lord Almighty. I mean, listen, there's horrible situations that happen all the time to random people. That is not, whatever. You could look at the who was that girl that the mailbox, the UPS contractor, I think, or FedEx, whatever it was, took her when he was delivering a package and did what he did. But, I don't know. At the end of the day, it looks like police have this person of interest. It seems to me like definitely has some type of involvement, in my opinion. To what extent, I'm not sure. Person of interest. And given his past history and that he's taking them out to different scenes, I don't know. I guess poor judgment. And they said it was a family friend, so maybe they thought he would never do this, I guess, And it's possible maybe they didn't know about his history. Maybe they didn't know his history, Nowadays, that's just the reality. You got to do checks on people watching your kids, The family facilitated this to occur by putting a convict on their property and basically handed the child over. The dude looks weird as shit to me. Even in the video of him, like when the cops pulled up to him. Which one was that? Right, I think right here. Bro, homeboy.
Stephen McDougal was taken Friday morning off North Washington and living.
I mean, you could just say he's pissed, but
Livingston. It appears an officer is questioning him. Authorities took him into custody not long after.
And they're just FedEx, and they're just holding him on whatever they need. They're waiting on charges. Maybe they don't have enough evidence, or maybe they're waiting, hoping to find her. So if they can hold him on whatever they have him on, there's no need to rush and press other charges. They want to make sure what they have sticks. I can take a look on Facebook too. Dare I look on Facebook and see what's going on over there? Let me see. Grizzly's Hood News on Facebook. Okay, I'm gonna link her page real quick too. She's a local out there. Some people love her, some people don't like her. That's fine. That's her page right there. I put it on there. Let me see. I'm going to have to start picking through the Facebook groups. Even though tomorrow we'll start the trial again. We'll be back here tomorrow morning, early. Don McDougal admits to leaving the house, but does not confirm anyone. Oh, there we go. We got a 30,000 group on Facebook. Let's cruise the Facebook group a little bit, see what's going on in there. See what kind of information we can fish for. Christine, look at the message I sent you. Which one? In the chat, on Discord, on Twitter, on Insta, on email. Which email? The Gmail, the Icketmail. There's a video of this child tattooing someone. No, Bonnie, don't say that, man. Let me get the members real quick, and then we'll start browsing. See what the mess is. Valji and Lilith, thank you so much for upgrading to level 2. For those that don't know, the members in the chat, level 1 is going away at the end of this month. So there's only gonna be tier 2 right now, and tier 2 in March we're doing like a fitness challenge. So we're gonna have fun with that for those that are interested. I see some people I don't even know if they realize they're tier 1, and I'm going to make a video for the members so I don't have to keep repeating this on the live stream. But Apple charges extra if you're using your app on iPhone. If you're using your YouTube app on the iPhone, they will charge you extra when you do a membership. You might not even know it, and you're paying extra than you're supposed to be. If you upgrade, I recommend using, if you're tier 1 and you want to upgrade, I recommend using a computer. If you don't have a computer, some people don't, use the Safari browser on your iPhone and do it through the browser. Don't use the YouTube app. That's how you get past that. Molly, thank you for the membership. Dorley, thank you for the membership. Fat Cat, thank you for the 3 months. You're tier 1. Jen, thank you for the 14 months. You're tier 1. And Lilac, you're tier 1 as well. I don't know if you're new. 22 months. Says, thank you for the hard work, Mel. Glad I found your channel. Thank you. Natalie, thank you for the 8 months. Thank you for all you do and your hard work. Can't wait for the members fitness challenge. Love you, Mel. Thank you. Thank you so much. Love you too. Bindi, thank you for the level 2 upgrading. Appreciate it. Nancy Jennings, thank you for the 5. Says, they have had dogs. Have they had dogs trying to track her? I haven't read that specifically. I'm sure they do, but I don't know. I'm going to check it out. I'm going to look it out around and see if they had. I would assume they do, especially that they found her backpack. The one thing I don't know is, did they find his car? I'm confused about that. I'm not sure yet. I just got into the story today, so forgive me. I know people have been talking about this for days. I was going to set up and do something this evening, but the press conference happened and I got caught up. So we just did it now. Ronan, thank you so much for upgrading, man. I hope you did it on the PC. Cheryl and Max, thank you for the 11 months. You rocked this weekend. Thank you. And you're on tier 1. Just want you guys to know what's happening, what's coming. Plunder has the tattoo video. This girl did tattoo the guy. Oh my gosh. Let me look at Plunder real quick. And if you guys want to check out Plunder on YouTube, she's really nice too. Not into the drama. She's a very classy lady. Plunder. Oh, she's almost at 200K. She's at 160. Audrii Cunningham. Stephen McDougal, I'm your daughter's favorite person. She will not tell. I dropped her off at the bus. Confesses. Okay. I wonder which one is the video that she posted of the tattoo thing.
Okay, these are the kind of stories that
I would think I would need a timestamp. I'm not sure when her video. She has 2 videos, I think. Oh, I forgot. We got to check out TikTok too. The mess of TikTok. What's this? Stephen McDougal. Oh no. What's all these texts?
actually that Wednesday. I believe this exchange is from Wednesday, February 14th. There's a missed video call and Steven saying, ain't nothing wrong with me. I wasn't meaning it disrespectful, but it is something that you would want and can't talk about it on here. I don't know what they're talking about. And she says, it's not something you can call me about. He says,
Thank you, Z. Z says they have his vehicle. I think I had an article with all the screenshots that she's reading. Let me take a look real quick. True Crime Society. Okay. Y'all have a good day, man. Yes, ma'am. Have you seen Audrey? I dropped off at the bus. So this dude is texting who? I dropped off at the bus and she didn't get on and hasn't gotten home. No, Steven, where the fuck is my kid? All right, so we can start here. This is Cassie Matthews. I think that's the mother, right? I believe. You don't have a camera? That maybe can help since you're across the street. She replied back, Christina, and yet the father knew she wasn't at school. Being notified at 1 p.m. didn't even contact the bus barn till 5 p.m. and didn't call the cops. I don't know if that's the mother, right? I'm not sure who Cassie. I thought that was the mother's name. Maybe not. I don't know who Cassie Matthews is. Contact the bus bar until 5 p.m. and didn't call the cops till 7 p.m. Just because you're a friend to him doesn't mean you know anything. If she was in my custody, she wouldn't be left unattended or around men she shouldn't be, nor would she be missing. I've never had any type of issue parenting her, just had mommy's money to buy her in the courtroom. What? Parenting issue, any type of parenting her. He just had mommy's money to buy her in the courtroom. That is the mom? Oh, shoot. Okay. What the hell? I was wondering why she wasn't under your care. Sadly, so many cases like this, They just look like a financial status and not the love and care for the child. I pray she is found unharmed, and hopefully you have custody after this. Oh boy, this must be why people the whole Facebook mess. This is not the first text. It's not it right here. You have my effing son. Let's see. We got all these mess. Okay, we're gonna get there. All right, so give it a second. My daughter was ripped from me by her father and his family a while back. My daughter was ripped from me by her father and his family a while back, and I have been denied any type of contact in any way, even refusing my rights of visitations with her father with threats to my life. Plus, her father and family, I've been stacking up my proof of such in hopes to take her father to court with enough evidence of her being kept from me that the judge couldn't deny me the custody I fight for. Stephen is even stranger amongst other random strange men that has been allowed to live in the home of my daughter. Stephen was left in charge of Audrey as her babysitter when her father goes out on the boat to work because of the father's mother is heavily mentally unstable and doped out on mental meds 24/7 and cannot care for herself. This is all information I've retained from other people around the family. If anyone they allow in their home speaks to me in any way, they are instantly cut off and never allowed to step foot on the property or around any family members again. Now, recently, Stephen started to message me about Audrey, like he wanted to help her see me. I've known the man wasn't right from the jump, but used him to get any information I could about my child. Last night, he messaged me trying to convince me to come alone without my fiance to park around the corner from my home to meet up with him and see my daughter. He insisted Audrey didn't like my fiance and she doesn't even know him. Red flags are flying high to me at this point, but I play along with the idea in hopes to get my daughter in my sight and hands after school so that I could call her father to come get her from this man. I was only trying to keep her father from pressing false charges or giving me further backlash, or my daughter further backlash for being around me. He talks about all the chaos they put my daughter through at the home, and isn't the only mouth I've heard these things from. Well, he tells me he is taking her to school this morning and then coming to me with her after school. I realized that wasn't the case, and I message, I guess today isn't going to happen, and have a good day. While my fiance tried to contact her father directly due to me being blocked from all ways of communication with him to let him know something wasn't right about Stephen and the whole situation. At 7 p.m., her father's mother goes to my fiance's mother's home in the same neighborhood as they live, claiming she is missing and never got off the bus. Her father received a message from the school at 1 today saying she wasn't at school, and he didn't even attempt to contact the bus barn until 5 p.m. They didn't contact law until after 7. Whew. The whole conversation is in DM. I sent the one day I messaged you. Okay. Oh, I see all the messages you sent me. Okay. I think those messages are coming up, but I want to see if I can zoom in because I'm having like squint, or would I have to download everything? Let me see. It makes me sick to my stomach. Maybe I'll read what Nola sent me the other day. Thank you, Amy, for the timestamp. Let me look at the timestamp real quick. 4 minutes in.
It feels to McDougal confess as rumors and Broadcastify alerts have claimed. Lieutenant Craig hesitated
Yeah, she's tattooing.
when asked if McDougal is being cooperative. There are times that Craig McDougal is stated when rumors and as a investigator bridge. Lieutenant Craig said,
Yeah, she's tattooing this guy. What in the heck is going on here? This is weird. I guess I'm assuming she's tattooing Steven. That's on Plunder's page. All right, let me read these messages. I'm not sure this website has it chronologically, so I'll read this. Ain't nothing wrong with me. Okay, so missed call. Ain't nothing wrong with me. I wasn't meaning it disrespectful, but it's something that you would want and can't talk about it on here. It's not something you can call me about. I did call. I just think the way you came about that was extremely inappropriate and was disrespectful to not only Justin, but me as well, which I'm assuming she's talking about her fiance. They have a 42-second video chat. What's up? I'm super fucking livid right now, hon. I don't know if that says honey, because I don't understand. Honestly, because I don't understand. Why are you livid? I never disrespected you. Your baby has been asking me about you. That is so weird. I'm sorry. Just have to call it what it, I don't know what kind of man lets his child, his daughter, be in control, some other guy controlling your kid, tattooing, doing whatever. And then the communication is between that guy and the mother. Now, maybe there's more to it because she doesn't have custody, right? So the other guy has custody. I don't see how this, I don't know how the dad could not see this was a bit inappropriate, the relationship between his daughter and this weirdo. I don't know. Let me put this to charge. Weird. There's text before that asking her to bang. Okay, I'd have to have somebody send it to me though, like a chronological. It would be really hard for me to start searching all over the place. Unless you're saying it's on Plunder's video, I can skip through and read it on Plunder's. Okay, so this all just come across weird and wrong, and Valentine's Day is not my favorite day. I lost my very first best friend on this day, and that just didn't sound right and look bad. I don't know. And what do you mean asking you about me? Has she been asking? Sweetie, I'm as straightforward as it comes. If I was just talking to you to try to fuck, I would have tried that. She said, touche, I give you that. Okay. She asked me if I ever talked to you and if you were as bad as they say you are. Maybe it's a possible conversation, but also I feel manipulation. Just came off wrong, upset me. Wow, as bad as they say? What do you say? Oh yeah, they have made it look like you're just horrible. I told her that you are doing good and are fun to hang with. When did she ask this? She asked me yesterday going to school. Okay. I'm surprised she thought about me. She's scared to see me because of their reaction, huh? I mean, didn't you say they kept her inside for a month after I seen her that day at Justin's mom's? She does all the time. Yes, exactly. She is still not allowed outside by herself. In the evening, they told her that you are in the woods. She's still confused about the situation, but I told her that you are not hiding in the woods, but we talk. And she says, what is wrong with him? Is he on drugs or that effing stress that his mental has him thinking I'm going to steal her in the night or that I live in the effing woods behind his mom's house. That's some serious crazy ish. It's like they are scaring her and brainwashing her with literal insane thoughts only a child would believe. She doesn't want to know me like they make it out to be. Makes me wonder Lucky has if Lucky has the beginning stages of his mom's mental problems and no ish talking, just concern for him in general or as a person, or tell me, is that the whole effing family just all thrown off in general, acting like a effing cult or some ish? Might not want to drink the Kool-Aid man, if you know what I mean. Not him. Not like I'm going to react upon this, because I surely won't. I want what's best for my kid, and being everything they fuel her head with wouldn't be anything in my favor. Like I said, I told them I talked to you. But what makes me sick to my stomach is that they think that's okay. She has an innocent, fragile child mind, and them warping it with chaos is not right, man. But I might take you out to the dock to fish and accidentally pull you up with her to fish. The one by their house. And then he said, really anywhere. What am I? Really anywhere. That's what I'm asking for, trouble and setting me up for failure. He said, not at all. I do not in any way need to be set up to lose my child even more. Lucky would lose it if he knew. And this is what she asked you to do. I'm your daughter's favorite person. She will not tell, or what y'all maybe talked about for her to see me. She wants to meet you. I told you I'm on your team. I'll do what I can. She says, I want to meet her too, but if this comes back on me bad in any way, I can lose her forever and would kill you than myself, man. No threat, but a promise. He said, I would not. Where am I at? It's like confusing. What in the hell? I don't know how I lost my place. Okay, promise. There we go. It would not. As long as no one says anything about it being set up, no one would even know. And she won't say anything to them. There's a park down the road from my house. Would that be okay? And you and Justin would have to sit nearby and bullshit or pretend to do. You can listen if you need to, but for my protection as well, I couldn't be alone. I mean, Justin can walk around the park and we can talk to you. Oh, so he don't want Justin there. This whole thing scares me, and that's fine. And he said, like, for real. Why doesn't she? It's okay, we don't have to. She says, no, I want to. Just please understand that I'm as scared as she is. She's not the only one made to feel terrified about things like this. And it's sad because she is my daughter and I, her mother. We should be happy and excited to see each other, or at least not scared to do so. Don't you see anything wrong with that, man? Like, please understand. But yes, I want to see her. Yes, I want to talk to her and answer any questions she has truthfully, no matter how much it may hurt me. All right, let me just make sure this is the next one. Hurt me. Okay. She's not the only one made. Oh, I read that already. Okay. She deserves to know the truth on my end, and also how much I do love her, because at this point she's got to be questioning if I do or not. And then he writes, oh, I see the wrong with it, and I'm trying to fix what I'm seeing wrong. You're not a bad person, and she deserves the chance to know that. Then she says, when would you want to meet? He says, I want to do it tomorrow. Looks like one thing you have to say. Look, Look, it's one thing to have you say it, but before we meet tomorrow at that park, I need to hear her say it herself, either in video or on the phone. That is what she wants, is to meet me and talk to me. She doesn't have to say nothing more or less, please. You don't know what I've been through trying to have anything to do with her, or the harassment from his friends and such because of the lies they have been told. I need reassurance. He says, okay, I will take her to school tomorrow. And then she says, after school, correct? Yes. What time would I need to be at the park? And you can guarantee I will hear her say it, that she wants to meet there. Yes, I will take her to the school and have you on the phone. She says, I will not force anything on her. It seems there needs to be enough of that already. Seems there's enough of that already. Okay, when do you take her to school? And then at 7. Okay, I'll be awake at 6:30 or 6:40. I do love her, and I pray this is no setup for more bad things to come to me when all I want is to know my child. Good night. Hope to hear from her tomorrow. Then she says, good morning. And this was Thursday. Is this the day she went missing? I don't know the time, like the actual day. I'm wondering, is this literally that's wow. Also just want to say, where's Mustard Mama? Thank you so much for gifting 10 memberships. Appreciate that. Gracias. Megan Easton, thank you for the 1 month. Says, thanks for all you do. Great community here. Thank you, Megan. Got that. Allison Faye, thank you for the 11 months. Thank you for all you do. Love you, man. Thank you. Allison, you're level 1. Cherry, level 1. Just let you guys know. Sonia, you figured it out. 14 months, you upgraded. Thank you so much. I hope you didn't do it on the Apple device. Shelly Ann, thank you for the 7 months. Says, thank you for all you do, Mel. You are appreciated. Thank you. Oh, Cherry, you figured it out. Upgraded. Amazing. Jennifer, you upgraded as well. Much love. I'll be upgrading to tier 2. Thank you. Do it on the computer if you can. Melissa, 9 months. Thank you. Says, I will go to level 2 as soon as I can. Thanks, Mel. Thank you, Melissa. And for me, Natalie, 11 months. Says, Mel, there's text before these. Thank you, Natalie. And you're level 1 too, just FYI. He was setting her up, right? Dan, this is the morning of. Wow. So, so what happened? This is really sus. So, okay, Thursday at 6:30 in the morning now. She says good morning. He replies back, good morning. Hope I hear from her this morning, and please let her know that if she changed her mind, that is perfectly okay too, and I understand. Don't want her feeling pressured. So I know it's not going to be a thing today, but when she's ready, please let me know. So there's a gap. There's a morning, 6:30. No, I guess no conversation unless it was removed. I think it would say removed. 3:19 p.m. That's what it said there. Y'all have a good day, man. 3:52 replies, yes, ma'am. He don't say nothing else about what happened to the meeting. What happened to you guys meeting up and stuff. So then at 6:46 p.m. he says, hey, have you seen Audrey? Why would she see Audrey? Nicole, thank you so much. Carmel, thank you for upgrading. Oh my God, I love you guys. You can't gift level 1 anyway. When you gift memberships, I believe it's tier 2. So this dude, she doesn't have access to her child, unless this is all a ploy, but she doesn't have access to her child. And he's over here messaging her, hey, have you seen Audrey? I dropped her off at the bus, and she didn't get on and hasn't gotten home. And so now on the website, this is where the text messages continue. Thank you, Nola, for sending this. Okay. Okay, so no, Steven, where the F is my kid? Where are these messages from? Okay, we got that. This is the. So here's her telling the story. I read this earlier. My daughter was ripped from me by her father and his family a while back. I read this already, but I think it'll make more sense, be more context. And I have been denied any type of contact in any way, even refusing my rights of visitations with her, with threats to my life from her father and family. I've been stacking up proof of such in hopes to take her father to court with enough evidence of her being kept from me that the judge can't deny me the custody I fight for. Stephen is a stranger amongst other random strange men that has been allowed to live in my house. If that's true, that's weird as hell. To leave your kid around the guy to buy that if he's really doing that. Which already we know he's, Audrey's been with Steve in the house by alone for it looks like extended periods of time, and to take the kid to school and all that stuff. Stephen is a stranger amongst other random strange men that has been allowed to live in my home with my daughter. I wonder about the father too. You got something we don't know about going on? What we should know? Stephen was left in charge of Audrey as her babysitter when her father goes out on the boat to work, which I heard he goes to work for a period of time, extended period of time sometimes. Because the father's mother is heavily mentally unstable and doped out on mental meds 24/7 and cannot care for herself. This is all the information I've retained from other people around the family. If anyone they allow in their home speaks to me in any way, they are instantly cut off and never allowed to step foot on the property or around any family members again. Now, recently, Steven started to message me about Audrey, like he wanted to help me see her. I've known the man wasn't right from the jump, but used him to get any information I could about my child. I can understand that, maybe if that's what she's trying to do. Last night, he messaged me trying to convince me to come alone without my fiance to the park from around the corner. Maybe he had plans to do something to her too, the mom. My fiance to a park around the corner from the home to meet up with him and see my daughter. He insisted Audrey didn't like my fiance and she doesn't even know him. Maybe this guy had an even sicker, diabolical plan to try to get the mother and the daughter together. You know that Alex Rosen guy? He was on my channel a long time ago. He blew up. Well, he got canceled, but he came back and recouped, and he built his channel back up again. And I saw him. He was on a really big channel. Looks like he's doing good. So he insisted Audrey didn't like my fiance. She doesn't even know him. That's the weird thing. Even when the conversation, he's like, "Oh, well, what's his name? Justin, I think." He was like, "Oh, the fiance could just," because she was like, "Maybe you, my fiance, could kind of hang out or whatever and let me talk to my daughter. I understand if you got to be close by because you want to listen in and you want to make sure whatever." And she's saying, "I got to be supervised anyway." But then he's like, "Nah, your fiance could go take a walk around the park. It could just be you, me, and your daughter." It's like he was trying to separate them for whatever reason. I almost wonder if he had plans with his mother too, to do whatever he was going to do or whatever could have happened to Audrey. But I play along with the idea in hopes to get my daughter in my sight and hands after school so that I could call her father for myself to come get her from this man. And I couldn't even imagine. I mean, she lost custody, but like being in some type of predicament where your child's with somebody, another parent, and their kids just all over the place, and you have like no custody and they're just all over the place with somebody else, and this person's contacting you and the other parent has you blocked and everywhere. You just have to talk to this weirdo. I don't know. I was only trying to keep her father from pressing false charges or giving me further backlash, or my daughter further backlash for being around me. He talks about all the chaos they put my daughter through at the home, and he isn't the only mouth I've heard these things from. Well, he tells me he is taking her to school this morning and then coming up to me with her after school. I realized that wasn't the case, and I messaged, I guess today, it wasn't going to happen and have a good day. Well, my fiance tried to contact her father directly due to me being blocked on all social media or all communications with him to let him know something wasn't right. about Steven and the whole situation. At 7 p.m., her father's mother goes to my fiance's mother's home in the same neighborhood as they live, claiming she is missing and never got off the bus. Her father received a message from the school at 1 today saying she wasn't at school, and he didn't even attempt to contact the bus barn until 5 p.m. I don't know what's up with that. They didn't contact the law until 7 p.m. Bro. If that's true, how do you not notice your 11-year-old daughter hasn't made it home from the bus stop for 3 to 4 hours? Steven said he was taking her to school. Then when she came up missing, he all of a sudden was taking her to the bus stop. Steven said he was taking her to school. Then he said he's taking her to the bus stop. Things don't add up. And why did he push so hard to try to get me to meet with him alone? I need answers and my baby to come home. This man clearly knows what's going on or where my baby is, and I know it in the pit of my stomach. Wow. Wow, bro. Hogue said too much info when I'm shaving my beard off. You're not shaving the whole thing, right? You're not going Britney, are you? That is crazy. And the other thing, too, that was kind of like during the press conference for those enticing minor charges that he was charged and convicted. I don't know. We don't know the specifics of the situation, really, but he didn't have to register. And the guy during the officer, I believe, during the press conference, he's like, you're going to have to take it up. If you have questions about that, you're going to have to address that with that jurisdiction for those people that believe it's okay to not have these people register. I don't know what kind of incident specifically it was, but yeah, a mess. Now, what else do we got here? Okay. Got that. Oh. Okay, we got that. Just doing a little check. What we can do now too is we'll just take a glance at the Facebook group. How long we've been going? Almost 2 hours. Carla, thank you for the 12 months. Thank you for being a member. Says love listening while at work. Thank you for all you do. Ain't no way this man would be anywhere near my child. I'm judging and don't care. Okay. I want to let me pull up that Facebook group again. We can kind of take a look. So a little sorry. I didn't barely had much time to kind of gather things before the stream, but it was actually quite a bit that we're able to go through. I just kind of wanted to browse this Facebook group because sometimes there's like a little wealth of information or neighbors or friends or whatever. Oh, this is the mom right here again. Uh-oh. Here we go. All right, so here's mom. I'd like to address all the assumptions being passed around here recently. If you can provide me a record that states I failed a drug test for court in the custody battle of Audrii, then and only then can you accurately state I was on drugs, choose drugs on my child, did drugs on my child, etc. Just know that can't be done because it's nothing other than a rumor spread by the same father that put her in this situation to begin with. Ooh. Until then, you all look like nothing other than a bunch of silly people who choose to speak on a subject that are obviously uneducated in. The professionals you look to solve this case know the facts and reasons behind those messages that I chose to post myself to be nothing other than crystal clear and honest about everything because I have nothing to hide. just know that your BS. I feel like bullshit has more emphasis, but I should have said bullshit. Whatever, it's too late now. Your BS doesn't phase me one bit because the most important and only important thing to me is finding my daughter. I could give a fuck less what everyone thinks. What you think and your judgment isn't giving me my daughter back. Use more energy, productivity to try to help instead of hurt. That's just an idea. Because obviously by your speculation, because obviously if your speculation was true, I'd be sitting in the same boat as the man who has taken my baby from my family that loves her. From the family that loves her. Grow the F up. This is beyond childish at this point. Not everything is about slandering / bullying people you don't even know for the sake of your entertainment. Wow. That was 13 hours ago. Lord almighty. Okay, I guess I see now why people are talking about it's a mess. It's a bit of a mess. I'll make this clear one more time. I failed my daughter by being bullied into submission by her father's family and being made to believe she was safe in a safe, loving, and normal home with her father. But you best believe I won't fail her again. By no means. That is my daughter, and I will never lose any rights to her. So as her parent, I'm going to involve myself in anything I please concerning my child. I'm tired of all the BS. And I'm tired of being silent, scared, and once again bullied into submission by people I don't effing know. People question. So did you know Steven? Because you said you didn't, but it showed y'all been Facebook friends and he was publicly commenting on your post 6 months ago. Y'all definitely had / have a relationship prior to him messaging you about your daughter. Oh shit. I was hoping she doesn't answer you because who are you to question anything? Uh-oh. I've answered all the questions needed to be answered to the professionals. I needed to answer them too. I've taken 3 polygraph tests already. Wow, 3? I've taken tests. I've taken a polygraph test 3 times, and I'm not sitting in the same boat as that monster. So even if it's not understood, it's obviously must be what everybody thinks. I wasn't just thinking anything of her involvement. I'm sure maybe the people on the internet are. I don't know why 3 polygraph tests. That's a lot of tests. I don't know. Let's see. Well, the detectives asked you to take 3 polygraphs. I don't know what's up with that. Well, it says here you're not friends on Facebook. This dude messaged her. Says that Wednesday, you are looking for a friend. So what's up? Let's be friends and let's make you climb the wall and get that money. What the hell? I have a fiance. Okay, he can join. What the hell? But sorry for the bluntness. Wow, man. That is just, I can't imagine. Like, I don't know what the mother's custody situation is. I don't know what happened. You know what I'm saying? But outside of that, to picture that somebody else has the custody of your kid and then you're getting messages from some psychopath trying to hook up with you, knowing that your kid is spending time alone with this guy and the person that's supposed to protect her, which you could argue say the mother is, but the father has custody, so he's supposed to be protecting her, is not. I don't know. I don't know what kind of, especially man, would let somebody have free reins over their kid and their daughter like that. It's just wild to me. I don't know. I'm trying to reserve my thoughts because I want to wait for more information. Maybe things will change. It's just odd to me. That's odd. So then when I see that video of his daughter tattooing the weirdo guy, like what kind of relationship? I mean, maybe that's just their friendship. Maybe that's what that's just weird to me, bro. I don't know. I could try to look at it all different kinds of ways to try to try to see, not make it be what it could be. It's just some weird type of, I don't know. crazy. Let's see what else. Let's see what else is going on in the Facebook group here. Sheriff Lyons just asked the public to check video on the farm road. Which farm road? Yeah, we were looking at that 3126. Oh, 3126 and FM 3277, aka Scenic Loop. Scenic Loop. Liz, thank you for the tier 2 membership. All right, let me just browse a little bit more, see what else we got on here. Okay, maybe this. I'm going to say what I want because I've been saying it all along. There's still a chance that mom was involved, and this was a setup to take her out of the county. And honestly, that would be the best resolution of this case. What? If that is what happened, then the girl is alive. Not finding anything is a good thing. Wow, this person's really out there. Okay. Not knowing anything and not knowing if the child's okay, that's the best possibility. Really? What? Okay. And I think they need to shift some focus onto the possibility ASAP or ignore it completely. And then when it all dies down, mom can go join her daughter and live happy. That's got to be a troll. There's no way this shit's for real. All right. Discord DMs. Father's Facebook account. Here first and see. Thanks. This is a dad's Facebook account. And the post that he made was on the 15th. My daughter Audrey is missing. She did not make it to the bus this morning. Contact me and police immediately with any information. And he limited the comments. I'm sure the comments are probably rough. All right. Let me see any other. Check out the final comments from you guys. Really messed up story. I hope that there's some type of resolution. They find out what happened and get some answers going on. Domestic pinup. Thank you so much for upgrading to the tier 2. Oh wow, a lot of people. Carla, Meredith, Stephanie, thank you for upgrading. Oh my God, Nicole, Carmel, and Gift. Thank you, Nicole, for gifting 5 memberships. Thank you so much. Aaron Cooper, thank you for the 5 months. Amazing. Liz G, thank you for the membership, tier 2. So, I guess we'll keep an eye. I see that Facebook is a complete mess. Let me see what we got for today as far as notifications. I got to leave one for tomorrow morning. We're going to be back in the morning. Wow, it's 5 o'clock already? What happened to today? What the heck? It's 5 o'clock already? Wow. Okay, so yeah, we're going to leave the one notification for tomorrow morning on this channel. Guys, make sure you subscribe to the second channel, please. We're almost at 15,000, which is dope. The second channel, I'm doing extra content. And I was live on there once today. We have 2 notifications on the second channel. So if there's a chase tonight or some crazy shit-ish happens, I will more likely be on the second channel tonight to save the notification for tomorrow. So you can use the link in the chat, or you just type in Ickedmel, ICKEDMEL space CC on YouTube and subscribe to the second channel. Just extra videos, extra content. Don't miss notifications. Yeah, check it out. And again, at the end of the month, we're moving on with getting rid of tier 2. Sorry, can't talk. We're getting rid of tier 1 and just continuing with the tier 2. And we're working on this, should be fun, fitness challenge with some challenge prizes at the end. All right. I don't even know what happened to this. It's crazy. I have no idea what happened. I can't believe the day is already gone. Dragonfly, the trial starts tomorrow at 9 a.m. Tonight, this evening, I will schedule a live stream. I'll schedule a live for tomorrow. Thank you so much, M71. Appreciate that. Check your Discord messages. I have okay, I'll send the video, but I was told I can't watch it here on Facebook, so I'll check it out after the stream. All right, I'm gonna check it out after the stream. Thank you guys so much. Oh, they said beyond 8:45. No, Luffy. No, 8:45. Hey, Camilo, did I get? No, you're not blocked, Kelly. I see you. All right, guys, and I'm gonna make a members video too, a direct upload to kind of explain things, because some people are a little confused, or some people are kind of having a hard time figuring out how to upgrade. So I'll see if I can try to like make it a little bit easy to understand if possible. And so I don't have to maybe keep repeating it here. And then also, so the mods, if they need to, if somebody has questions, they could just put a link and they could go watch it. Lady Trucker, thank you for the 28 months. Says, hi, Mel. Hope they will nail this weirdo. I know. You have a tier 1, by the way. Just FYI. I think a lot of people don't know they have tier 1. Love you guys. Bye. Thank you so much for the 28 months. Bloop, 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 bloop. Bloop, bloop. Thank you, guys.